there are two basic components of a project plan: the tasks and the resources you will assign to these tasks. There are a number of ways you can use to assign a resource to a task. You can type them or select them from a list. But since the table views of Microsoft Project have a lot of similarities with an Excel sheet, we can use a different way to assign a resource to some tasks. Click on the resource name of the first task, move the mouse to the lower right corner of the cell until the cursor turns into a cross. And as we do in Excel, click and drag to fill the whole column. The resources that work for the completion of the tasks are the work resources. Such resources are, for example, the employees of a company or a machine. Keeping that in mind, let's correct the resource type in our project. Go to the View tab of the ribbon, click on the Resource Sheet view. Change the type of the next resource to work as it should have been. Let's see now how we can select a resource from our resource list. The resource list is created by all the resources we have defined in our project. Go to the last task. Click on the resource cell. Select Mary from the resource list. We can just type a resource name in the Gantt chart view inside the resource column, and the Microsoft project will create a work resource with that name if it doesn't exist already. This is one of the most common source of mistakes in your project plan. A small spelling mistake could lead to the creation of a duplicate resource, messing up your whole schedule. So be very careful when using this way to add a resource. Let's see it in action. Go to the last task, click on the resource name cell, type the resource name, the default type is work. Make sure you have no spelling mistake in the resource name. We can add resources in the resource view as well. It is rather simple. The default type of any resource we add is the work resource. Go to the View tab of the ribbon, click on the Resource Sheet view, type the resource name in a new row. Adding a resource usually requires us to add more information besides just the name. Most of the times you will have to fill all the columns of the resource sheet view. For example, click on the first empty line of the resource sheet. Type the resource name, set the resource type to work, set the standard rate to 3, set the overtime rate to 3 again, set the calendar to 24 hours. Organizing your resources is very important, especially if you have a lot of them. Microsoft Project helps you in this by letting you splitting them into groups. Let's see how we can assign a resource to a group. Find the Project Manager Assistant resource and assign it to the administration group by typing the group's name. The standard rate of a resource is the hourly cost of a resource. In combination with the hours that resource will work on a task, lets us estimate the cost for each task. Let's see how we can change the standard rate. We will use a different way to switch to the resource view. Go to the resource view from the icon in the bottom right of your window. find the project manager resource and change its standard rate to 60. Microsoft Project gives you the ability to even change the base calendar of a resource to something other than the base calendar of your project, and with only a few clicks. Find the project manager resource and simply change its base calendar to 24 hours. If you are not in the resource sheet view and you want to change the base calendar of a resource, you will first have to navigate to the resource sheet view. So go to the View tab of the ribbon, select the resource sheet view, find the work resource you need to change, and change the base calendar to night shift.